Hello everyone, welcome back to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home. In today's video, I cannot wait to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree Valentine's Day winter spring decor crafts. So this is episode 8 in my huge home sweet home series. I love to share with y'all how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. You do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. If you guys are new, definitely consider subscribing. Give this video a like if you like what you see. And without further ado, go ahead and plug in your glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take 2 of the Dollar Tree baby blankets and I want to make a pillow slip cover for this pillow. So I'm just going to take the baby blanket and I cut it to size of the pillow, and then I'm going to begin to hot glue it. And I start at the corner, and as I glue along, I really pinch those corners together. And I'm going to continue to glue this entire baby blanket together, leaving one end open because we want an end to be able to slip our pillow back into. So this is a great way to refresh any of your throw pillows that you want to make into another color. So if I decide to go back to red, all I have to do is just cut the little cover off. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off this excess edge at the end, and then I just want to tuck the ends under and then begin to glue this last part. So this is kind of a tricky part. I've made these pillows so many times. I made some for my daughter during the fall time season, and I decided to just go ahead and use the gray and white baby blanket for my living room because I want to kind of soften things up for winter and spring with a little bit more pastel colors. So here it is. I paired it with this really cute little pillow that I found at TJ Maxx. I was so excited to find this, and then it's going to go perfectly in with some of this winter Valentine's Day spring decor that you guys are seeing. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this new season of crafting, you guys. I just cannot wait to share all these DIYs with you guys. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take one of those Dollar Tree little rugs, and then we're going to take one of those Dollar Tree heart placemats. I had some gold spray paint in my stash, and so I just went ahead and began to spray paint in and around the little heart placemat. These are so fun to do. You could also use just regular paint, but spray paint works really well. So here is how it looks with the gold, and then I dug into Mr. Romantic's spray paint stash. He had some of this fire engine red, so I decided to try the red out to see how it looked. We had 2 of these mats in the garage. They're only $1 at Dollar Tree. So here they are. I'm actually going to put one by my front door on the inside of my house, and then one is going to go on Tinky's little spot where she eats breakfast. I always like to hang like a little decor in her kitty spot. So you guys will see that on my Instagram stories in the morning, how I went ahead and did that. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take this buffalo check plaid table runner. This was just 2 scarves that I hot glued together and made into a table runner. And then I'm going to take this little heart wreath. They sell this at Dollar Tree with these felt hearts, and I want to cut several of them off because I want to add them to the little table runner. Now I'm not going to be able to wash this because I am just going to hot glue this onto here, but I've seen these really beautiful Valentine's table runners and they're so expensive in the decor stores, so I thought, why not make our own? I'm repurposing this table runner that I had made from 2 Dollar Tree scarves from the winter time, and so I'm just going to add these cute little hearts on here, and I think it'll be super adorable. This is definitely just for decor purposes only. If you guys can see my little awkward mom dancing I have going on back there, but I'm just laying out this pattern. So I laid the pattern out, and then I went ahead and began to hot glue the hearts onto the table scarf. Now you guys get creative and do whatever pattern that you love, but I think the really whimsical, fun look is what I'm going to go for my Valentine's Day decor. So I'm just continuing to hot glue these on here until I get them all on here. And the smaller hearts that I'm using are from a bag of foam hearts that you get at the Dollar Tree as well. They come with a ton of foam hearts in them. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on your Valentine's Day decor, definitely pick up some of those foam hearts. You can just sprinkle them in and around wherever you need to. So here is how it came out. Oh my goodness, I think it looks so fun and fabulous. Again, I'm gonna have to be careful, and we're not gonna eat on this table runner. I'll probably end up putting it on my entryway table by the front door, but I thought it looks so adorable with my little wreath that I'm gonna share with you guys how to make, and then just some little pops of black and white and with some of these soft kind of Valentine's winter pastels. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this candle and some Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm just going to wrap the little heart ribbon around the candle and then add some hot glue, and then you want to wrap it pretty tight, and that is going to create a fun little seasonal candle. I'm going to trim that off. Now this candle I did find at a garage sale during the summer. I have not been able to find at the Dollar Tree LED candles recently. I'm going to go ahead and take and trim off one of those little felt hearts from the heart wreath that we were working with earlier, and I'm going to trim it down just a bit so it'll be more to suit the size of this candle. And then once I'm trimming that down, I want to hot glue it over the little seam that we hot glued the ribbon together, and that way you won't see the work, and then if the candle is in front of a mirror, you won't see the seam in the back either. So I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue it directly onto the ribbon, and then to secure it even a little bit better, I decided to add some red and white gingham. This is also at Dollar Tree. Stock up on this because you guys can use this through the 4th of July holiday and even into Christmas next year. I think it's a great price and such a cute little pattern. I'm really crushing on the gingham this year. So I'm just going to add a shoelace bow, which a shoelace bow is just a bow that you would tie when you're tying your shoes. And then I like to go ahead and dovetail the ends of my ribbon, and to do that I just fold it in half and then cut in an upward direction, and that is going to give my ribbon a really pretty little boutique finish. So I think it looks really cute like that, but I decided to go a little bit extra. You guys know me, I love to add my bling. You could add a bling jewel, or you could also add one of these little red hearts from Dollar Tree. They sell them in a big pack of like party favors. They come on a ring, but you can clip them off. I also love totallydazzled.com for bling jewels. They're about $1.50 each, and they have the most beautiful jewels, especially if you're doing a lot of craft projects. It's just such a great price. Or you could use junk jewelry as well that you find maybe at the thrift store or at a flea market. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we are going to create a beautiful Valentine Deco mesh wreath. So Deco mesh is 5 yards on every roll, and then I'm going to cut it into 8-inch strips. So I'm going to use 2 of each color, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use this soup can to kind of hold it down. So I'm cutting 8-inch strips, and I'm going to use 2 rolls of pink, 2 rolls of red, and then we ended up using 3 rolls of white because the white seemed to be a little bit shorter or didn't have quite as much on it. So you might want to have a backup of the red and the pink just to be safe. But I'm going to go ahead and cut 8-inch strips of each color. Now the cutting does get a little bit tedious, and be sure not to use your very fancy bow scissors because it will dull them. But go ahead and begin to cut your mesh, and I like to go ahead and cut all of my mesh in advance, and then I start making my bundles. So to make a bundle, I am just going to take a pipe cleaner. Now I suggest you use an entire pipe cleaner. I folded some of them in half and cut them, but the way that I made this wreath, it seemed to work a little bit better with the full pipe cleaner. You can also cut your mesh by adding it to a clipboard and rolling it around and around the clipboard and then cutting it off that way. Mr. Romantic was actually helping me with this project, and I give him credit for this ingenious idea, just a way to make it go a little bit quicker. He's always coming up with ways to help me out with my crafts and make things a little bit faster, so big thank you to him. I will also tell you that the Dollar Tree Deco mesh has the tendency to fray, so if that bothers you, you might want to spend a little bit extra money and invest in nicer mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my little mesh rolls into bundles. So you just take them and roll them into kind of like a little burrito. They don't have to be perfect, you guys. I promise you. Give yourself grace on this, but you roll them together. I'm going to roll them with a red bundle, a white bundle, and a pink bundle. And then I'm going to take my little pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to twist tie that together. Now, if you're just going to use the half pipe cleaners, you want to tie them really tight together, but if your hands have trouble like mine do, I suggest use a full pipe cleaner. So you're going to need at least 24 to 48 pipe cleaners, depending on how full you want your wreath to be. So I'm going to take and I am going to pipe cleaner my bundles on to the outside edge, and I'm going to loop it around the outside edge and then around that first rung. So as you guys can see right here, I'm taking it and I'm going to go on the outside edge and then pull it around to that first rung. Now this is how I'm doing this heart-shaped wreath. I've made them different ways before. This is kind of also why I'm suggesting to use the longer pipe cleaner, but if you're really good at twist tying that mesh and you can get on there really tight, you could use half of a pipe cleaner. It just depends on what you're up for. So that's just my suggestion on this. So I'm going to take and I'm going to do 4 rows of bundles in the top part of the wreath. So the top part of the wreath is going to have 4 rolls of bundles. And then that next side part that kind of swoops over, you're going to do 12 bundles on that swoop over part. And then as you work down your wreath to the next section, you're going to do 8 bundles, and then at the very base you're going to do 4 bundles again. I'm going to leave that in the description box below if you guys need a little bit of help with that. But basically you just want to begin to start filling up your wreath with loads and loads of fun little fluffy deco mesh. So you guys can see me, I'm just going to go ahead and begin to add this, and it's good to put a TV show on because deco mesh can take a while. Again, go for it, don't be afraid, have fun. You really can't mess this up, I promise you guys. So you're just going to use all these little bundles. Here is the longer pipe cleaner chenille stem that I was telling you guys about. And so now we're going to go ahead and make our bow. So I've attached all of my little bundles to this deco mesh wreath. So to start out with making our bow, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree red and white ribbon, and I am going to make an Olivia bow. I'll link my bow video down below, but you're just going to take it and loop it over on itself, and the first part of this bow is going to be 14 inches. So you guys can see I measured out 14 inches, and then I'm just taking the ribbon and looping it over on itself, and you're going to make 6 loops until you get to the very end of your ribbon. So this was a full new roll of Dollar Tree ribbon. I believe it's 9 foot, and then you're going to pinch it in the center and cut itty bitty tiny notches less than ½ an inch. That's going to give your pipe cleaner something to hold on to. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take the pipe cleaner now and wrap it around the ribbon, the bow here. Do not cut the notches too big. If you're scared you're going to cut them too big, just don't cut them at all, because you don't want your ribbon to fall apart. I've had that happen before, trust me, it's not good. So just tiny notches there, and then I'm going to go ahead and dovetail this in. So this is the base of the ribbon. Again, this is an Olivia bow, just for reference. It's the huge fluffy Olivia bow. I'm going to link my bow video if you guys need a little bit better instructions or slower, but I'm going to try to go slow here too. So next I'm going to make a 12-inch length loop. So we're going to go ahead and make another Olivia bow here. You're going to loop it over on itself 6 times, find the center, and then cut a notch on either side. So basically this is the same ribbon looping over and over. You're just gradually getting a little bit smaller. So the first red and white you did 14 inches long, the second one you're doing 12 inches long, and then the next one you're going to do 10 inches long. I hope that makes sense. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions. I created this bow because I cannot make a bow to save my life, and I finally figured out how to make this one, and so I just love to share it with you guys. I'm not super adventuresome in bows. I am going to try to learn to do different and bigger and better bows for you guys as it goes along. So now I am going to use some of that buffalo check plaid ribbon. This is ribbon that I had left over from Christmas, and so I'm just going to go ahead, and this is my smallest loop. This is the 10-inch loop, and I want this to be in the center. So I'm looping it over on itself again 6 times. You can see me kind of counting how many times I looped it over on itself, and then again finding your center and then just notching it on either side, and then you're going to add it to the center of your last one. So you're going to have a big old stack of ribbon here basically, and then the next part is my favorite part when you do all the fluffing. So you're going to take that pipe cleaner and just twist all your ribbon together, and then this comes the fun part part when you just begin to fluff it out. I like to start at the base and then twist my loops out and really give them a good fluffing. So the little notches are what helps the pipe cleaner hang on to the ribbon. That's why I cut the notches, so then the bow doesn't pull out, because I've had that happen before too. So just continue to fluffy up your bow nice and full and play with it. It doesn't always come out perfect at first by any means. I definitely have to fluff my bow and play with it quite a bit to really get it to look how I want it to look and get all the ribbon positioned in the right spot. So now is my favorite part, when I add the big beautiful bow to my little wreath. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it kind of to the side of the wreath. I always like to add mine off to the side, and then I'm going to fluff it a little bit more now that it's on there. And then we made these little hearts. This is just the Dollar Tree foam heart that we used ribbon, and we tied the ribbon over the foam heart to create this cute little buffalo check plaid heart. You guys really liked this one, so comment and let me know if you're going to be doing this one. I just added a chenille stem to the back, and that's going to help me attach it to the wreath. So you just hot glue the chenille stem onto the back, and then I took apart one of those little Dollar Tree detachable kind of hanging wreaths, and again I'm adding the chenille stem to the back, and that's going to make it be able to attach into the wreath, and it'll appear like it's floating. So this is just kind of a little secret of mine that I love to share with you guys. I'm adding another one to the top. Just sprinkle them around, get creative, and have fun with that one. So, oh my goodness, how fun and adorable is it to have all of these hearts going on for Valentine's Day? Comment and let me know. Will you guys be making a Valentine's Day wreath? I think this is a super fun one to do. The Deco mesh, I promise you guys, is not as scary as it seems. Once you start working with it, it's actually pretty easy and pretty forgiving, especially once you add your bow and little sign to it. You guys can definitely go for it. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take 2 packs of the little Dollar Tree treat sacks and then just some of this white ribbon. I safety pinned an end to it because we're going to make a cute little banner. So I'm going to take the treat sacks and I'm going to cut the bottom off of the treat sack, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut the treat sack apart. So I'm going to cut each edge, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take the safety pin and thread it through the top, and that's going to create my cute little banner here. This is so fun and easy, and you can also cut a little triangle in the top here, and that's going to kind of make it even look more banner-like. And I did use the back of the treat sack to go in between the hearts just to make it a little bit longer. You guys could also just use some fun fabric if you wanted to only buy one of the treat sacks. Could you guys see on the end I forgot to cut the little notch in the end? I saw that once I was editing this video. So anyway, here it is. Oh my goodness, how fun, this little Valentine's Day table scape. I have so many fun Valentine's, spring, and Easter projects coming for you guys. I love just the subtle pops of reds and pinks here and there. And here is Tinky's little new glam Valentine's Day mat. We always have to think about Tinky and never leave her out. I can't wait to reveal more of how I'm decorating my home. I am going to be taking down my living room Christmas tree finally tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. I've left it up for a really long time, you guys. Truth be told, it's taken me several days to just slowly take everything down and organize it and box it. And a lot of you guys asked me questions about how I store things. I did a video on a Christmas tree takedown. I'm going to link it down below. It's in our Home Sweet Home series. Definitely check the Home Sweet Home series to kind of catch up on everything. So you guys can see I'm kind of just spring refreshing on top of this shelf. My Santa Pops bought me some Pioneer Woman dishware. That's from Walmart. They're so beautiful. I love their spring colors. I love how they mix the aqua and the red. So here's a peek around my little kitchen. I set up my new coffee station, which you guys may recognize. There's that lantern DIY that we did. And then here is my favorite cleaners right now is the Mrs. Meyer's Peppermint. They have a 5-piece free gift set for you guys. If you guys want to try that, it's with a $20 purchase. I'll link that down below for you. I love to have a delicious smelling cleaner. It's such a game changer for me. I love to keep things really tidy, and it's just nice to have a really lovely scent. And they're more of a natural cleaner too if you guys don't like the harsh chemical smells. So I definitely recommend checking that out. But I want to share with you guys more of my kitchen as it comes along in my new decor. But comment, let me know, as always, what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you guys be recreating? I can't wait to hear from you. Okay, you guys, so here is my thrift store outfit of the day. I have this pretty kind of mauvish pink tunic top with some Walmart leggings and then my little Walmart boots. So these Walmart boots are super nice, but they needed a little bit more support, so I did put some insoles in them. I found them at Walgreens. I do have neuropathy, so I have to be careful with my shoes. I found these cute little gold earrings. They kind of remind me from back in the 90s. They were at the Goodwill. And with the tunic top, I did just tie it because it was a little bit too flowy for me. I wanted to give myself a little bit more shape. And so I just knotted it right here, which I think is a fun idea. So it's still super comfy, but it also gives me just a little bit of style. So there you guys have it, my thrift store outfit of the day. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. Remember, if you need to catch up on the Home Sweet Home series, click on the Home Sweet Home series playlist. I'm going to link it in the description box down below of this video. I would also love to have you subscribe and be part of this wonderful YouTube community. It's totally free. Click the subscribe button. There's a little bell. It will notify you every time I post a new video. I want to encourage you. I feel like crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul. Keep up the good work. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just craft and decorate away. And I also want to let you guys know, if you love to connect with other crafty and decorating peeps, I have an Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. Pop over there, request to join. I'll approve your request. It's totally free. You guys can post pictures of your home decor and DIY crafty decor adventures as well. So thank you guys again. Oh, I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page. I'm a total morning person, so I share a good morning coffee with you guys every morning. And also behind the scenes of my little crazy crafty mama life, as crazy as a crafty mama can be. So thank you guys again. I want you to know I'm praying for you. I'm hugging your hearts. I want to encourage you guys to go through the winter months looking forward to spring with joy. We can totally do that. Our homes don't have to be drab. They can definitely be fab. So thank you guys again. I love you to the moon and back. Until the next video, be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.